we have entered the, what's it called? Hairy Crotch? I mean, Hairy Wade?
I don't know.
Hairy Wade Road. It's gonna take us out to a really cool, oh sorry, Zach's seatbelt is beeping. To a really cool springs I've always wanted to go to. We might air down here in a second because it seems like it's pretty rough. So yeah, check it out.
Just need to go faster.
All right, so we have officially arrived at the spring. What's behind me here is this really cool salt flat and all these tules. And then sort of the parking area. We're here by ourselves. I felt like I could hear some frogs. I can. Even though it's probably only 60 degrees right now, I can hear some little frog friends having a frog party down there. Amazing.
We made camp near the spring, and in the morning we were treated to a beautiful sunrise over some nearby dunes. Then we hightailed it out of there to check out some mines that were along our route.
The more you look around, the more you realize that this was actually pretty intricate. Lots of different stuff going on. Old mines, there's something really interesting about them. I like all the machinery. I like to think about the people. And there's something really spooky. Like it stirs something in me. Oh, holy shit. Okay. No way. Okay, here. Look at this. Oh. Oh. There's some sort of weird little plaque right here. All right, I'm gonna go in. Okay, so this is the mouth of the adit. And then Zach's down here. There's this kind of cool little plaque thing. Can't really make out any words, but maybe that would have been the nameplate for the mine. Oh, holy fuck. I don't really hear an echo, so I'm gonna step a little further in. So this is all the old timbering, which is really cool. Oh, look, there's a blast plate. This thing right here is a blasting shield. There's quite a few. Okay, go a little bit further. Zach is behind me and I'm sure super creeped out. So I'm not going any further. But wow, what a cool experience. actually see some other folks down there. But you can see their headlights glinting. Looks like other overlanders. I'm gonna check the scene out. So here's the hopper. You can see at the bottom the giant ore chute. So I'm assuming they would bring over the talc and grind it up and shoot it out there and then ship it off to people who need to powder their bums.
As inhospitable as Death Valley can seem, there is a good amount of water to be found. This is Warm Springs Camp, the site of a large talc mine complex that was in operation from the 1930s all the way into the late 70s. Warm Springs Camp is also the site of some cool old processing equipment for the mine. This steam-powered mill is a relic of a bygone era. We continued on from Warm Springs Camp to Stripe Butte and the geologist's cabin, but not before we'd meet some locals on the way.
So this is the geologist's cabin, which is really cool. I'm a little out of breath because I just ran up from a spring. Haha, there's surround sound. That's below the cabin. And I always wondered where they got their water from, what kind of water source they might have. And it's right below. So in a pinch, you could for sure stay in here. It's a little chilly, but that's what fireplace is for. Really cool. Huh. And it's got the perfect view of the butte, the striped butte out the window.
The route from Stripe Butte to Panamint Valley takes you over Mingle Pass, a spot that offers a bit of rock crawling and technical four-wheeling, but seems a little short-lived before dropping into Goler Canyon on your way out. We spent a few minutes checking out the famous racetrack playa and its sliding rocks and the surrounding mountains, but honestly, the cold and the wind pushed us onward sooner than we expected.
Oh, it's snowing, and Zach and I are at the Lost Burrow Mine.
After exploring the Lost Burrow mine for a couple hours, we decided to push further into Hidden Valley and look for a place to camp. We settled in a spot at about 5,800 feet, having no idea what was in store for us the next morning. Truncheon in the snow. What the hell are we doing here?
Oh, it's sliding my way. Okay, hi. So we just had an epic. We went over to see Eureka Dunes and got all the way down there, and we're looking for a camp spot, and got out to look around and realized that our rooftop tent had disappeared. And as you can see up there, it's snowing. So we bombed it as fast as we could up the road, up the pass, and we met a group of folks coming down and asked if they saw a tent in the middle of the road. And they said yes, that they had actually stopped and put it on the side of the road. And we're curious as to why there was a rooftop tent in the middle of the road. That was ours. And so thankfully there are good people in the world, and they put the tent on the side of the road, and then we drove like mad people, and then found it here. This is where we are. We're kind of here in the middle of nowhere. And Zach and I found the tent on the ground and put it back on the truck, which was quite challenging. And it's not really damaged. There's some spots, it's kind of hard to see, right here that are funky, and right at this corner that are a little funky. But for the most part, I think it's okay. So there's Zach just sort of finishing up, getting everything secured, and we had a little bit of a yard sale here. I had to take everything out.
With the weather not improving, it seemed like Death Valley was trying to tell us something. So we reluctantly looked at each other and decided that maybe it would be best to just hit the road and see what else we could find. We thought we'd explore Ash Meadows Wildlife Refuge, which was only a quick drive from Death Valley.
I think we're coming up to, there's Zach, what's called the King's Pool. So let's come over here. Oh, I hear it. This says no swimming or wading, but I love a good hot springs. Oh, and it definitely is. Oh, The King's Pool. Beautiful.
We managed one more detour on the way home to Arizona. We spent a night along the Mojave Trail. It was a great way to end another eventful trip.